Hello, readers. Today, we're going to talk about reading with accuracy. We want to follow the correct punctuation and do what it says when we come to punctuation marks so that we can read correctly, and it will help us understand what we're reading a lot better. So what we need to do is go to the best folder ever, our reading and writing folders, and when you open it up inside, we'll go past the word collector and go to our Star Wars pages. Go to the third Star Wars page, and it says punctuation at the top, the third Star Wars page. And we have to follow that punctuation and do something special when we see those marks. So if we look at this anchor chart, it says, I pay attention to punctuation and I stop when I see a period and pause when I see a comma. So that's super important. Even Chewbacca and Han Solo know that when we come to a punctuation mark, we have to follow and do what it says so that sentence makes sense. So just a little reminder, what's a punctuation mark? Let's think of some symbols that we see when we're reading. A period, question mark, exclamation mark, and even a comma. We have to do something special when we see all of these things. So when we're reading and we see a period, we pause. That's the time to take a breath before we start our next sentence. What do we do when we see a question mark? Our voice kind of goes up at the end because we're reading a question. It sounds a little different than when we're reading a statement. Exclamation point! That has great feeling. Whether it's, I won the lottery, or all of my plants died. So it could be something happy or something sad, but it's something with great feeling. And when there's a comma, we take a pause and then continue the sentence. So let's take a look-see here. I see Han Solo is saying something. Whatever he's saying, that's a good little part to practice reading out loud while paying attention to any punctuation in that area. Everything is under control. Situation is normal. Thanks for paying attention to punctuation. See how he's got that exclamation point at the end. So make sure you pay attention to those marks. I'm going to read a paragraph to you out of your science book and see if I'm a really good reader when I'm reading this paragraph. Is this going to help me to understand this paragraph better when I'm reading it? Here we go. Have you seen a bee land on a flower? Why is it there? Flowering plants grow flowers that make seeds. Flowers have parts that make pollen or seeds. Bees or other animals or wind pollinate a flower when they move pollen to the flower part that makes seeds. I like it. Did that sound good? Did that help you to understand what the words were saying in that paragraph? It didn't sound good. I don't think I paid attention to those punctuation marks when I was reading that. Maybe I should have followed the rules for the punctuation marks and paused or had my voice go up or have great expression when I came to those marks. Yep, I think that was it. Okay, let me give it another try. It's always good to reread if we don't understand something. Let me try again. Flowering plants grow flowers that may, I didn't start at the beginning. Let me try again, sorry. Have you ever seen a bee land on a flower? Flowering plants grow flowers that make seeds. Flowers have parts that make pollen or seeds. Bees or other animals or wind pollinate a flower when they move pollen from flower to flower, and that makes seeds. Do you think that that paragraph made more sense when I read it the second time? I think it did. It made more sense, didn't it? It was a little easier to understand when I had those pauses, or my voice went up at a question, or I had great expression, right? So that is going to help you understand what you're reading. If you just plow through and you don't have any pauses, it's not going to make sense. You have to do pauses in the right spot, great expression, exclamation points, and maybe your voice will go up when you ask a question, right? And something so simple helps us to be a better reader. I know you can do it. Okay, so I can't wait to hear you read. We have a great assignment today to practice these skills. Be kind to each other. Take care of each other. Miss you. Bye-bye.